All right, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Please like, subscribe, comment below if there's something we can do for you or an audio we can make for your benefit. Usually we can get to those within a couple of days. In any event, friends worth keeping is our topic for today. So how do you know if a friend is worth keeping? Well, there's basically 4 ways to tell. They're pretty simple. We'll go through them real quick and hopefully you can comment below when you knew that a good friend of yours was a keeper. And so these 4 things apply universally to friendships and in a lot of cases romantic relationships that start as friendships too. In other words, when you have that, what I call the transition person, where it's like, hey, I find you attractive. I didn't see that coming. Those are called transition people, at least to me that's what they're called. And so, number 1, they're out to protect you. They'll protect you from physical danger, like if someone's going to fight you, they'll be there beside you. They'll protect you from emotional danger, like if you're sabotaging yourself, hurting yourself, if you have self-injury issues or suicidal ideation, they'll be there for you. They'll protect you from emotional danger, such as beating yourself up too hard, too much self-criticism, self-hate, self-loathing, and that sort of stuff. They'll protect you from making decisions that are in some way emotionally motivated that may not be in your best interest. They'll sit and they'll talk to you. They'll listen to you. They'll ask the right questions. They'll ask powerful questions. They're not afraid to stand up to you, but at the same time, they're going to do it in a loving way. They are going to kind of try to poke you towards making better decisions, even if it's something as simple as, have you thought about? Hey, have you considered? Things like that. Gentle reminders of, hey, this is worth re-looking at or giving another view to or whatever the case may be. Number 2, trust. You can trust them and you don't doubt that trust. Now, this is a real difficult thing for lots of people because there's 3 groups of people when it comes to trust. There's the group of people that DTA, they don't trust anybody. And then there's the group of people that trust too easily. And those are people that are emotionally fragile, emotionally desperate. They've been hurt a lot or they've been recently hurt. And they're so desperate to desire to have someone in their life they can trust that they put trust where it doesn't belong. And then there's the group of people where trust is earned through consistent action. You want to be in group number 3. And so if a friend is good, they have a track record with you of showing up, of being emotionally available, of being physically available. In other words, when you call them, they call you back. Or when you listen to them, they listen to you back or whatever. Now, obviously, people go through difficulties. And it's possible in a friendship, you might have a few months where someone doesn't call you back or they don't return an email if they're going through something. But at the same time, more often than not, we'll call it more than 60% of the time, they're present for you when you need them and they are checking in on you on a regular basis, whatever that interval has been talked about between the two of you. Another thing, too, is you can tell them anything. That's another form of trust. You believe in their ability to keep your secrets and also their ability to give you progressive and positive advice when needed without criticism or constructive criticism when that's needed too. You trust how they conduct themselves in such a way that you don't worry about whether they are going to go into number 3, which is follow through. In other words, they stick by their word. So, look, we all have habits of overpromising things. We all have things we do or don't do that we say we're going to do. But more often than not, when a person says they're going to do something, they follow through on it. Or if they're not going to follow through, and this is really important too, if they know within themselves, hey, I'm not going to be able to do what I said. I'm going to run late. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to do this. I can't do this. I thought I could, but I don't have the time. I thought I could, but I don't have the money. I thought I could, but something has come up. They're honest about it. They come to you before you have to ask them, hey, you're still going to help me with this. And most of the time, if they're a reputable, trustworthy person who has your best interest at heart, they're going to say something like, hey, I can't help you here, but I can make this up to you over here. Hey, I can't help you today, but maybe next week. Or, you know what, I can't help you financially, but I can help you maybe fill out a loan application, or I can help you maybe talk to somebody that I know that might have the money to help you out or might have somebody to watch your kids or whatever it is your need is. In other words, they put your need and the completion of your need factored into them saying no. That is so important with follow through. And the final thing, and I know this video is a little bit short, but we're going to probably get one more up today because we missed some days on the weekend. They were made, but YouTube wouldn't let me upload, so that was a pain in the tail. And it was just a technological glitch kind of thing. In any event, the final thing that's real important to consider is progress. They're invested in your progress. They want to see you move forward. They want to see you improve. And here's another thing. They're improving themselves. If a person is constantly stuck in their own stuff, if they're not making progress, if they're not, moving towards a healthy relationship, or they're always complaining about work but not getting a new job, or they're always complaining about their kids but they're not seeking help for their kids, or they say they're going to spend better money and they never do, and you watch their overspending, or they have an addiction problem and they're not going to meetings, or they're not finding counseling, or they're not doing whatever it is that they need to do to better their own life. If they're not about progress, then they're not someone you need to invest in on a consistent basis. Now, here's something that's going to be somewhat controversial that I'm going to say, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't matter if they're your family or if they were your best friend. If they don't have these 4 qualities, sooner or later, you will outgrow that relationship, and it's going to generally be sooner. Now, you may hang out for a long time after outgrowing it, but the fact of the matter is you will outgrow it, and the longer you stay after you've outgrown something, the more painful it truly becomes, because you're wasting time, energy, and effort, and so are they, and that can be painful no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what's going on. It's always painful to outgrow a relationship, and so that is super important. Once again, Scott Golden, Golden Opportunities Coaching. I remind you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Check out our sales and all that good stuff. Follow us on Twitter at PO Perception, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care and be blessed in all you do.